everyone, welcome to yoga. Thank you so much for being here, tuning into this video. We're going to get started today on our backs in reclined down angle pose. Come to the very middle of the mat. Reach forward using the strength of your belly. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, come to your spine. Bend your knees outward. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, toes to touch. Take your arms wherever you'd like. Open up your chest and shoulders. If you prefer to close your eyes, close your eyes. And let's begin to find our deep breaths, inhales and exhales, slowing it down, slowing down our thoughts that enter into our mind. We'll use the breath to do that. Just focus on that deep pace of breath. Elongate the breath, filling up from the base of your belly, mid-belly, up into the diaphragm, and then releasing the breath out of your mouth. And continue to breathe as you build more presence in your mind. And scan your body, notice how you're feeling. Observe any areas in your body that may require a little bit less or a little bit more. Option to take Ujjayi breaths. Simply seal your lips. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out of your nose while creating a slight throat constriction. As you exhale, drag the breath across the back side of your throat, creating a beautiful oceanic subtle sound. You'll slowly feel your body begin to warm just a bit more using this breathing technique. Use it to build presence in your practice as well. Use it to energize. Use it to stay focused. During transitions, I do recommend open mouth exhales to release that heat. Take a couple more rounds of breath in Supta Baddha, reclined bound angle pose. Blink your eyes open, take your hands to the outside of your thighs. Inhale, pull your knees to the outside of your rib cage. Exhale, happy baby, flex your feet. Capture the outsides of your feet or the insides of your feet. If your tailbone is lifting a lot, because it is a first stretch of the day, perhaps for you, then you'll take your hands to your hamstrings and then gently pull your quads towards your body. Be sure your shoulders stay relaxed. We'll be here for a few rounds of breath to open up the inner thighs and hips. Take your hands to your shins, pull your thighs in towards your body, lengthen your left leg long. Keep your right knee as it is, bring the inside of your foot towards you. Lift your chest and shoulders, take your left hand and your right hand to the outside of your foot, and gently pull your foot in towards your body. Release your upper back to the earth. Now if your shoulders don't meet the mat, that's fine. Just release the back side of your head and your skull to the earth. Now as you draw your foot towards you, continue to send your knee to the right side of your space, your right wall. I love this stretch for the outer glute and hip. This is a really nice stretch. And release your right leg long. Take your left knee and bend it. And then slightly externally rotate your thigh. Take your right hand outside of your foot. Place the left hand on top of the right. And then release your upper back to the earth. Relax your head. Gently pull your foot in towards your body as you send energy out of your knee down to the earth. Keeping that right leg long. And just stretch out the outer thigh and glute on the left. Excuse me. Okay, release your left leg. Reach your arms overhead and take a wall-to-wall stretch. Nice deep breath in. And stay for the exhale. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Pull your thighs into your body. And take your hands to your hamstrings, rock and roll the length of your spine several times, gaining enough momentum. On your inhale, tabletop, and breathe. As you find your breath, come to the very middle of your mat. Stack your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists. Keep a nice tight belly. Inhale, cow pose. Push your belly down, lift your tail. Pull your elbows in towards your chest to ignite the biceps. Exhale, cat. Squeeze your belly in. Round your shoulder blades. Navel to spine. Bring your chin towards your throat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Find a neutral tabletop. And then hover your right knee. With your right knee bent, pull your thigh out to the side. Take circles at the hip joint. Drawing your knee towards your front wall, going in one direction. And switch it out, go the opposite way. Release your right knee. Lift your left knee. Hover it. Keep it at a 90-degree bend. Pull your thigh out to the side and take it forward. Circle it out. Then switch it out, opposite way. And release your knee down, open up your knees out wide. Take a nice deep breath in as you walk your toes in. Exhale, child's pose. Have a seat on your heels, literally. Press your sits bones down to the heels or reach your arms forward. Rest your elbows, rest your forehead. inhale, lift your forehead and breathe. Walk your hands back towards you. You're just gonna adjust the feet, shifting off to one side. With your left knee bent, take the sole of your foot inside your right thigh and extend your right leg out to about a 45-degree angle or wider, depending on your flexibility. And then walk your hands past your left knee and fold over your left knee. Bring your forearms to your mat. Keep your right toes flexed and then externally rotate the right leg outward. And so it's gonna pull back that way. That's going to intensify the stretch in the right groin area. Lift your chest and belly away from your left leg. Walk your hands back towards you. Sit up nice and tall. Twist your shoulders and torso to your right leg. Inhale, reach your arms up. Readjust your seat if you need, right? You want that nice flat booty. Exhale, fold to the right leg. I like this stretch because not only is it opening up the hips a little bit, you get to stretch the inner thigh, and then it's also a thoracic spine twist. So you will most likely feel this in your left side body. Great, lift your chest and belly away. Walk your hands back towards you. Switch out the legs. Take your left leg to approximately a 45-degree angle with your toes flexed. Bend your right knee. Sorry, I have a little itch in my eye. Okay, take the sole of your foot inside your left leg. And sit up nice and tall. Take your hands forward and fold over your right knee. Be mindful of your sits bones. Be sure that both sits bones, your booty stays glued down, really pressing down through both butt cheeks. Okay, lift your belly and chest away from your knee. Walk your hands back towards you. Readjust your seat. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to your left leg and fold forward. Hands can come to the earth, to your leg. Maybe your chest and belly meet your leg, depending on your flexibility. I've been pretty stagnant with COVID and resting, so my body definitely feels pretty tight. So part of the journey is just acknowledging where you're at on any given day, full acceptance of where you're at, pushing a little bit harder when you feel like you can, or backing off when you feel like you can't. Okay, lift your belly and chest away from your leg. Walk your hands back towards you. Good work. Now extend your right leg to a 45-degree angle. Readjust as needed. Sit up nice and tall. Externally rotate the legs out. To start, inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Forearms can come to the mat. Forearms can come, rather, hands can come to your toes. You can reach forward. Maybe your belly meets the earth. Okay, slowly lift your belly and chest away from the earth. Great job. I'm thinking of what we're doing next. I knew where we were going, and now I know what we're doing. All right, butterfly pose. Okay. Now press the soles of your feet together. Sit up as tall as you possibly can. Now, I have very, very small and tight hip sockets. For a lot of people, the outer thighs and the knees can meet the ground. That does not work in my body. And perhaps you have a similar design in your hips as I do. Okay, so once again, just depending on where you are at and basically how your body was designed, you may need to just back off a little bit or take more. So if the hips are open, you can take a forward fold, walk the arms forward, and then maybe your belly comes down to the earth, right? Maybe the outside of the legs connect to the earth, just doesn't work for me. So I stay right here. However, I'm not just hanging out sitting up. I'm working on pressing my pubic bone and my belly forward to intensify the stretch of the inner thighs. I'm also, even though you really can't see what I'm doing, I'm working on energetically without moving. I'm just pushing the legs downward. Okay, that's really intensifying the stretch. I feel this. It's really intense for me. I know it looks like I'm not doing much, but I'm pushing down through the legs this way, sending energy down to the earth. Good job. Now, if you took that full expression, slowly lift up. And I really like this stretch. Take it to the left first, so I'm facing you. All right. Let's take the left shin and line it up with the long edge of our mat, okay? So you're shifting the weight onto the left hip, or the right, whichever you prefer, and then take the opposite leg and bend the knee so that from the knee to the ankle, right, the knee stacks directly over the ankle, right? So you kind of see the position I'm in. So my legs are pretty much at a 90 degree, well, this leg is at a 90 degree bend, okay? And then this thigh comes to about a 45 degree, and then the shin comes straight down. And then just attempt here to sit up as straight as you can. Now the right glute might be detached a little bit. Work on actively pressing it down. And then you're just going to fold over your left shin bone and hold and breathe. And of course, you can take any of these stretches prior to a workout if you are lifting weights or doing any type of higher impact exercises where you're focusing on thighs and glutes, and you can definitely incorporate these stretches into your routine. Always giving yourself at least a 10-minute warm-up and stretching session before you work out. And then of course after as well, if you do have time, I do recommend a nice 10 minutes afterward. All right, press into your hands and slowly lift away from your shin. Go ahead and switch it out. We're just going to mirror our legs. So come to your booty, kick your legs in front of you, and now we'll go ahead and we'll take the right shin bone, line it up to the long edge of your mat, take the opposite leg, right? So that the shin bone is parallel to the short edge of the mat, and then your quad is about at a 45-degree angle, basically diagonal to the back corner of your mat. Just adjust your seat, sit up tall. I know you're leaning into that right hip a little bit, I totally get it. Again, just depending on the design of your hips, maybe you're able to really connect the right or the left glute down to the earth. It doesn't quite work for me, so I do my best. And then walk the hands forward, come to your elbows, forearms, and just breathe into it. Okay, push up to your hands. Sit up nice and tall. Good work. Let's go ahead and straighten out our legs. You can send your legs forward, touch out your knees a little bit, right, left, right, left. Good job. All right, face the front of your space. Let's take upright frog pose. With your heels in, toes out, feet angled at a 45-degree angle. We'll go ahead and take a nice wide position at the inner thighs. Sink the booty down to the earth, hands to heart center. Sit up as straight and tall as you possibly can. And just hold and breathe. If you have yoga blocks, you can also sit on 1 or 2 yoga blocks. Or firm pillows if you have them at your house. Or basically anything that you'd like to sit on. Now we're going to take belly down frog. Take your hands to your mat, lift your booty. Facing either the right or the left, doesn't matter which way. The reason being is I want the inner thigh area where, well, not inner thigh, where the quads meet the calf muscles on the mat. Okay, we want a cushion. So it means that the chest and arms are going to be off of the mat. So if you have 2 yoga mats and you want to make a T or maybe a blanket, not necessary, right? Okay, so take a wide position with your legs, almost like you're taking a wide leg child's pose. Then you want to rotate the right shin outward and the left shin outward, okay? So think frog, right? And you're gonna walk the arms forward like so. You might have to adjust the knees a little bit. You wanna reach forward and then just bring your chest to the mat. And maybe your chin down, like so. Or maybe you wanna stay upright a little bit. And the other option is to keep your chest lifted and then the booty lifted. Okay, I'm kind of just relaxing. I'm taking, not that this is cheating, but I am still recovering from COVID, and certain things are just kind of exhausting me and winding me. So the alternative would be to stay and hold yourself up like so. Okay, it is more intense. But like I said, I'm gonna kind of just relax into it, and I'm gonna drop my belly down and then reach forward and just kind of hang out. So take the option that is calling to you. To make any adjustments, I'm just gonna walk the feet out wider. Now I feel this, so I'm good right here. Okay. Very slowly, push up to your hands. Walk your hands back towards you. I like to personally bring my toes back in, like child's pose. Go ahead and have a seat on your heels and sit up tall. Just stay as you are. Awesome, okay, I'm gonna have a couple more stretches to show you. Take your hands to your mat and rotate your body so you're facing the front of your space. Downward facing dog. Be sure your feet are hip width distance. Press into your hands and then lift your booty. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift your right leg. Exhale, half pigeon, bring your right knee to your wrist. Send your shin forward. For some, it's a nice parallel shin. And just depending on the design of your hips, sit up tall. And you can sleep your pigeon, sending your chest forward, bringing your elbows down to your mat. If you have significant pain in this pose, you can take supine figure 4. We are actually going to be moving into supine figure 4 right after half pigeon. Okay, inhale, push up to your hands. Straighten your elbows. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Kick your leg up. Exhale, scorpion. Bring your heel to your booty and circle it out at the hip joint. And switch out, opposite way. But inhale, three-legged down dog. Point your right toes down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift your left leg. Exhale, half pigeon, bend your knee, bring that left knee to the left wrist. Sit up tall, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Stay as you are in active pigeon, or you can sleep your pigeon, fold over your shin bone, rest your elbows down, keep your spine long, and sink into the hips. Inhale, push up to your hands. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog, lift your leg. Exhale, scorpion. Bring your heel to your booty, circle it out at the hip joint. And switch it out. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Point your left toes downward. Exhale, downward facing dog. And drop to your knees. Kick your legs in front of you. Bend both knees. Reach forward on your inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down to your spine. Inhale, pull your knees into your rib cage. Exhale, release both feet on your mat. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, supine figure four. Bend your knee and take the outside of your right ankle to your left thigh. Option one, send your chin away from you. Option two, bend your left knee or single leg up the wall, maybe thread the needle, pulling your thigh in towards you. Take the option that serves you best. On your inhale, pull your knees into your chest. Exhale, place both feet on your mat, hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, supine figure four. Take your outer ankle to your right thigh. Use your left hand to send your left leg away from you. And again, option two, bend your knee, pull your thigh in towards you, or single leg up the wall variation, whatever it is you need. And inhale, pull your knees into your chest. Exhale, happy baby. One last time. Take note of how this happy baby feels. I'm sure it's a bit easier, not as uncomfortable. Work the inner thighs, the outer thighs, the hips. Again, these are just great stretches to incorporate into your daily lives, right? Hips are where we store emotion and stress. So it's really important to stretch out those areas of our body, right? To relieve that tension, create more flexibility so that we can move about a little bit freer with ease. Inhale, pull your knees into your chest. Exhale, wrap yourself into a tight ball. Give yourself a nice hug and take a deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Release your arms and legs. Nice and long. And relax. Find stillness and serenity and calm. Focus on a meditative type of breathing that suits you in this moment. And relax into final resting pose. Very slowly begin to reawaken if you're ready. And to wiggle your fingers and toes. You might invite movements into your wrists and ankles and elbows. Move your head from side to side. Wall-to-wall stretch if you'd like. Reach your arms overhead. Re-energize, taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale, fetal pose. If you prefer, you may roll onto your favorite side, bending your knees and using your bottom bicep and shoulder as a pillow for your ear. When you feel ready, gently come up to a comfortable seated position. Sit up as tall as you possibly can. Take your hands to heart center and take a moment for you in gratitude, in health. Lift your thumbs to your forehead. Thank you so much for tuning in, allowing me to be your guide through your yoga practice. I humbly bow to you from my heart to yours. Namaste.